He's one of Australia's biggest carpenters, but it's alleged Owen Daniels is living off the backs of his hard-working employees who accuse him of wage theft and rorting the system.
Mr Daniels, Steve Marshall, Current Affair.
If you've had some carpentry work done over the past decade, there's a good chance your hard-earned has ended up in the pocket of Owen Daniels.
We're honourable. We're an honourable business.
Daniels is an Irishman who's done very well for himself down under. He's built top-notch joinery into one of Australia's most successful carpentry companies.
Our work consists of commercial and residential carpentry and joinery services.
And these promo videos make Top Knot look like a top place to work. Chippies pumping iron in the on-site gym and fancy big-budget work dues. Scenes like this are especially appealing to carpenters hunkering down in the United Kingdom, where Top Knot promotes a great work-life balance to those looking for a change.
They kind of promise the best of both worlds, high-profile buildings in Sydney, Brisbane and Melbourne, and then they also promise you the Australian lifestyle.
And you can't go past Daniels as a Top Knot poster boy. He lives in a multi-million-dollar house in Sydney's east with multi-million-dollar ocean views.
But a number of former and current employees claim they've paid a hefty price chasing a dream, which has turned into an absolute nightmare.
It makes my blood boil. It's like we're paying enough as it is.
George is a UK chippy turned whistleblower in one of Australia's biggest work visa debacles. Top Knot sponsored George, so he forked out over $16,000 in visa application fees to live and work permanently in Australia. But a Current Affair can reveal George and more than 100 other Top Knot employees received this shock letter from the Australian Border Force.
So the letter, it says that your visa will or may be cancelled. So those words, they just ring out straight away. That's the one that set panic.
The bombshell came after an ABF deep dive audit on Top Knot. In a sledgehammer blow, the ABF has barred Top Knot from sponsoring any more foreign employees until July 2024.
Mr Daniels.
It's a decision Top Knot is appealing.
What makes you think you can win this appeal?
We're confident. We're confident.
What makes you say that, though? I mean, there's a number of upset employees.
There's no more I can say, because the matter is in the appeal with the courts.
Owen Daniels went to great lengths to avoid a situation like this. He hired a former political strategist to warn us off and reposted heartwarming pics of Top Knot donating to Sydney Children's Hospital during an earlier appearance on ACA. Daniels insists this issue was brought on by a few disgruntled former employees.
Where did it go wrong? I mean,
There's nothing has went wrong. There's not much more I can say.
you say this is down to a few disgruntled employees. How many is a few? 3, 4, 5, 100? How many? And does Top Knot has how many is a few disgruntled?
There's no more I can say.
That's a shame, because we've got a lot of questions for Owen Daniels. Like whether Top Knot forced employees to reimburse the company its portion of their work visa application fee.
Have employees been forced to pay back cash?
No.
Do you want to revisit that answer?
No.
Mr. Daniels' answer is at odds with the Top Knot employee who sent us this. The employee claims this receipt shows the $500 instalments he made to Top Knot, reimbursing it for his permanent resident visa application. He says he had to repay a $5,000 levy that the company was required to pay.
No, that's not true.
Are you sure?
100% not true.
Why would there be...
I gotta get into the gym and I gotta get to work. Business as usual, unfortunately.
Is it business as usual, though?
Yes, it is.
Leaving that to the employer is a bit like leaving a goat to mind your vegetable patch.
A lot of these...
CFMEU national boss Dave Noonan knows all about Top Knot, particularly when it comes to what he says is wage theft.
In the case we're talking about, we've recovered over $1.2 million in underpayments over the last couple of years in New South Wales alone.
The CFMEU told A Current Affair that Mr Daniels contacted it after we visited him to clarify that the $1.2 million wasn't just wages alone, but also included staff superannuation and entitlements.
Have they been shortchanged here over the years?
No, they haven't.
Why would the CFMEU say that they've had to claw back 1.2 million in wages on behalf of Top Knot employees?
You would have to speak to the CFMEU.
I did, and that's what they told me.
There's not much more I can say on that.
A Current Affair understands the CFMEU is also preparing another wage claim against Top Knot's Queensland office.
There is a lot of exploitation going on. It's unfair on companies that are in competition that are doing the right thing. It's unfair on those workers who've been treated in the way you talk about, and it's certainly unfair on young Australians who aren't getting the opportunities to get apprenticeships.
For employers who are exploiting their workers in this way, in my view, it's akin to modern-day slavery. Hi, thanks for waiting for me.
We put the controversy surrounding Top Knot to one of Australia's leading immigration and visa lawyers, Nigel Dobby.
Well, it's still wage theft, no matter which way you look at it. Overseas workers being underpaid, not being paid their entitlements, working without pay, working additional hours without pay. It's all wage theft.
I just want them to come forward and admit that they've done wrong, and I'm glad that this is all coming about and people are getting to know what the company is actually like. It's not all plain sailing.
In a statement to A Current Affair, Owen Daniels said, "We recognise that a few are angry and feel the business has let them down. For that, we are really saddened."
We're there to support them,
Okay.
each and every one of them.
All right, well, they'll see this, and they'll give you a call because they'll see this.
They have my direct number, every single one of them. We're here to support every single one of them.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.